Ennui has finally arrived in Disney Speedstorm, and today I'm going to tell you exactly how you can unlock her in the easiest manner possible. And let me tell you, it is not easy at all, and honestly, some of the worst events we have ever gotten in Disney Speedstorm, but we'll get into all of that later. Let's take a look at her two events. The first one that we have is Caring Too Little. Now, this event is much like the A New Sense of Self cup that we had for anxiety, and pretty much how this cup works is it's your normal standard time trial cup, and you need to have Ennui unlocked in order to play. As you can see, the leaderboard is just all strictly Ennui, so you're going to have her unlocked in order to compete in this event fully. We also have the Excuse Moi event, and this is sort of where you're going to get all of the shards in order to unlock Ennui, except you actually can't. So if we take a look at these objectives here, it's structured very similarly to the anxiety event that is still in game. You're going to need Sadness at level 15 in order to get one Ennui shard, and then there's four other characters, Anna, Goofy, Celia, May, and Genie, that you will all need at level 35 to get one additional Ennui shard for each of these characters that you have. And then normally how it would work is if you completed all of these events, you would get a bonus 5 Ennui shards, bringing you to just enough in order to unlock her. However, that is not the case this time around. There are no additional Ennui shards here up for grabs, meaning you can only get 5 Ennui shards, not even for free. You can only get 5 Ennui shards if you have the Premium Golden Pass Racer and 4 other, relatively difficult to unlock characters, looking at like Genie and Anna. Goofy and Celia May aren't that bad, but Genie is a rough character to unlock, and if you have all of these characters at level 35, plus the premium character of the season, you will have half of Ennui unlocked, and then after that, your only option to finish the unlock is to purchase Ennui's box, where you have a 15% chance of pulling 2 to 10 Ennui shards, which is just ridiculous in my opinion, but let's go through that whole process now. There we go, we have completed the first objective, giving us one Ennui shard. There we go, second objective done, and I just gotta say, this objective is incredibly poorly designed. Using 3 backward skills with Celia May isn't always the easiest task. In fact, it's very rare to get a skill that you can actually use backwards with Celia May, considering her primary is shield, so it just feels a little weird there. And there we go, our next objective is complete, this time with Goofy. Second to last objective done, this one with Anna. And there we have it, our final objectives to get our 5th Ennui shard, and unfortunately we will not be getting any more from her events. There we go, 5 out of 10 on the way to unlocking Ennui, and if we go over now, take a look at, okay, yeah, Figment's back, we already know that. But if we sort by level, go all the way down to Ennui, who I do not have unlocked yet, and we hit get shards, you can see there's no other ways to get her shards. The Excuse Moi event, we did that already. Caring Too Little, you actually need Ennui in order to participate, so our last option is the Ennui box. I have 4,886 tokens. Let's run it and see how hard it is to unlock Ennui. Okay, there we go, we got 2 shards already in our first box. So that's 500 tokens, or $5 gone already, and we're at 7 out of 10 now. Open our second box. No Ennui shards. Great. Third box. Don't think... Yep, there's nothing here. Okay, fourth box. Let's see what we get. Nostalgia shards. Yep, nothing there. Fifth box, I believe. We might have actually unlocked Ennui there. Yep, 4 shards. So it took 5 boxes, I believe, or 2,500 tokens, which is the equivalent of about $20 to $25 worth of in-game currency, which is crazy. But there we go. After many boxes, Ennui has finally been unlocked. You can see right there. She does look really cool, though, I have to admit. What an unlock animation. There we go. New racer unlocked, Ennui. Done and dusted. Yeah, not a fan of her box at all in the slightest. I think it's awful that they're forcing you to buy her box in order to unlock her. You can see we have Ennui's startup pack, which I am just short of getting, like so close, 5 tokens away. So I'll be able to get that unlocked and done, which will be nice. I won't buy any of your extra shard packs though. I mean, I probably would have bought more stuff for Ennui, but I'm just really like turned off by this idea of locking characters behind a box. I think it's awful, to be honest, that they're doing that. But you can see Ennui unlocked. Let's read about her skills and then take her into some races and actually test her out. So her ability is called Couch Potato. The normal activation, Ennui will lay down on her couch and start to drive on autopilot for a very short period of time. All opponents on Ennui's path will start to drive their carts on autopilot as well. And then for her charged activation, Ennui sends her couch forward on autopilot, chasing the first racer at a moderate speed. The couch will make all opponents in its way begin to move forward slowly on autopilot. Okay, sounds cool. Her top speed is actually pretty decent, which I am excited about. So let's hop over into regulated multiplayer and test her out in a race. Alright, here we go. In our first race. In regulated multiplayer, I'm gonna go aggressively for the power-ups. I really do want to see Ennui's unique skill and what it is like. Alright, here we go. Let's activate the normal activation. So we're on our couch, moving forward very slowly. In fact, there is no couch, it seems. And it seems like Shang got autopiloted there too, and he was moving pretty slowly because of that, I think. Interesting. Not too sure what the full effects of that were. I don't love autopilot skills that are super slow, which Ennui's unfortunately is. Let's test out her charged activation, which should send my couch forward and make him autopilot at a very slow pace. So kind of reminds me of Sadness's ability. It's actually pretty good. You know, forcing someone to slow down a lot is a big advantage, I gotta say. I don't know how useful it's going to be in first place because, again, you do get slowed down quite a bit. It's a bit like Goofy's ability. Her couch not being here is honestly kind of concerning. The fact that they're charging real money for a character and their animations are janky. I feel like they should be a little more on point. You know, considering how hard it is to unlock her, we should be getting a quality character, but that's okay. You know, it could just be my system not loading it in. Who's up here? Is this Shang? Eric? Eric has his own autopilot abilities. We're just kind of ignore them right now. Pop the normal activation. So if he comes close to me, he's not gonna get affected. Okay, a little confused on my ability there. And again, her couch not loading in is not great. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Eric slowed down. Seems to be dropping our frames quite a bit as well, which is something too. That's okay. Alright, first race, we got second place, not bad. Ennui feels pretty decent. Let's hop into another regulated race and sort of see how she does again. Okay, here we are in our second race. I feel like Ennui's abilities definitely have potential. It's going to be interesting to see how she performs at the higher star levels, but again, getting her to the higher star levels right now is going to be impossible, and I really wish her couch would load in. Again, I feel like I'm paying a special premium for this character. Everyone who has Ennui unlocked is paying a special premium. They're forcing you to gamble on a gacha box, which we've really never seen before. Like, they tried to make it that you basically have to. For example, Anxiety, Kermit, all these other characters, they've made you need to have the Golden Pass Racer and several other characters at a high level, and then if you don't have them, you have to gamble. But at least the most dedicated players, those who were buying the Golden Pass, those who were, you know, getting every character up to a high level, like, you know, the most committed Disney Speedstorm players, like me, for example, I always buy the Golden Pass. I have every character at a relatively high level, so because of that, I was always able to unlock basically every character in Disney Speedstorm when they came out. You know, some people would struggle and then they'd be forced into buying the gacha box, but with Ennui, it doesn't matter how dedicated of a player you are, you have to buy the box, which really sucks. And we are doing a lot better this race. Again, Ennui does have a pretty decent top speed, and her boost stat's pretty good, plus she's a trickster, so I think on the tier list, I could see her being placed around, you know, the upper tier range, definitely at least B tier, maybe A tier. I don't know if I'm sold on her unique abilities. Again, it's pretty hard to tell the impact because the performance of this character isn't great. Anytime I use my couch ability, the charged activation, I get a frame rate drop, which is interesting, especially considering I'm playing on a PS5. And again, the couches aren't loaded in; they're just invisible, which is it's whatever. But you can see Ennui sitting on her couch. That's not really there. She's just flying sideways. It's very, very interesting for sure. So that's always fun. I believe this is the same Prince Eric from my last race, but we are performing a little bit better this time. Again, once you get her up to a higher level, I think her unique skill could be a lot better, and also she'll be able to maintain boost a lot easier, which is a very relevant point. But there you go, second race with Ennui, we managed to pull out a first place. So there you guys have it. That is how you unlock Ennui in Disney Speedstorm. I don't even know what to say. I'll probably have an entire video out later just dissecting these events because it's so bad. These events, they're just not. They're not it. They're not it, Disney Speedstorm. Please revert back to what we used to have. I complained about the anxiety events a lot. I complained about Figment's events a lot. I complained about Kermit's events a lot. But honestly, like, they're so much better than this, and what came before those was so much better than this. It's just mid-season events have progressively gotten worse. Like every time a new iteration of a mid-season event has come out, it has not been for the better. It's always been for the worst, and I think that really sucks. And hopefully, sometime in the future, they will start to change it. But there you go, guys. Ennui is now in Disney Speedstorm. Let me know what you think of them and their events in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, everybody.